What's up, City Youth? We are a youth group that knows Jesus and makes Jesus known, and we gather together to encourage one another through life, love, and maturity.
Today we're taking over because Brendan and Sam are lazy no-shows and decided to let us step in. This episode we are going to be chatting to each other, and then we're going to wrap up our series in Isaiah. So let's get into it. Hi everyone, I'm Anna, this is Naomi, and that's Eli. We're going to recap 2020 right now. It's been a bit of a interesting year. So Eli, what's been your favourite part thus far?
My favourite part of the year is probably doing online youth and online church and watching City Youth, and that's all good. But now I reckon, seeing that it has been an interesting year, I reckon we should do some lighter questions. So Naomi, who's your favourite youth leader?
Well, probably compared to Brendan and Sam, my favourite youth leader would be Asha, because she's really nice, and she's like my year level leader or whatever.
And she hasn't ditched us.
Yes. Anna, would you rather be attacked by a bear or a shark?
A shark, definitely. If I was attacked by a bear, I probably wouldn't come out alive. If I was attacked by a shark, I might lose an arm or leg, but other than that, be fine. No brainer, really. Naomi, would you rather be a tiny rhino or a giant hamster?
I'd probably rather be a giant hamster so I could terrorise the world. It'd be fun. Eli, this year has been really tough, but we've still been able to do lots of series. What's been your favourite series?
My favourite series would probably be Flourish, because at the start of the year we weren't really expecting all of this quarantine and all stuff, but I reckon Flourish sort of because it prepares you for the year ahead, I reckon that really helped in this year. But right now we're doing the book of Isaiah, so Anna, what's your favourite part of Isaiah?
My favourite part of Isaiah has probably been just going in chapter 1. We see all of the sucky things and jerky things that the Israelites have been doing, but then later throughout the book we see all of how God is still keeping his promises and still helping the Israelites through all of the bad things that have been happening, even though they've been kind of jerky. And I feel that that's really encouraging, especially for this year. Now, remembering these things are sort of difficult, so we are going to have a challenge to see which of us is better at remembering.
G'day City Youth, I am back. There has been way too much rubbish being spoken in this place, so I have come back to put these youth back in their place. We're about to do a challenge to see how well we have remembered, how well we can recall the book of Isaiah. I'm about to team up with Eli to put Anna and Naomi to the test to see who is the best team. Matt, what exactly are we going to be doing to do this challenge?
Fantastic. So last week when I was speaking from Isaiah, I used some props because Isaiah has some really vivid imagery. And so what we've done is we've got a few more props this week that cover the different chapters we've looked at in Isaiah. And the trick is for you guys at home, and of course for our youth here and Brendan, to try and match them to the chapter from which I drew them from. Hopefully they're going to do their best. I'm looking forward to see how it goes.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so
does this have to do with sun or someone getting blinded?
I'm not sure. I think this one, we had a letter to Hezekiah. Hezekiah was the king last week who was...
Yeah, that was really recently.
Until he was proud in his old age.
So that would be 37, wouldn't it?
Got the letter. So yeah, this is 37. The letter is 37.
There was a letter to the dude, Hezekiah.
When do you think the angels come?
Angels. Yeah, that's a good idea.
this is
Fairy wings angels. There was seraphim, which are like angels, I think, sort of, somewhere. Where? I think it's either 9 or 7. Let's just like put it in the middle.
For now.
How about the log? This
It's like I think,
or like the what's his face?
root of Jesse.
Yeah, that.
It was like a stump of the stump of Jesse. That was fairly certain in 11.
Yeah, because I think that was more recent too.
Yeah.
We studied it last week or the week before or something.
There was the weird baby who was the
I don't remember the baby. What?
the face it blows out. They said that there was this little kid, I think, that was
I think his arms come off.
yes. There was this little kid that was prophesied to the kingdoms of so-and-so places were going to be destroyed by the time this kid was born. I think that's 4.
Yeah, I don't really remember it, so it must be like a lot earlier on, you know? And then what's
Okay,
this,
so
a cloth?
we've got
Does something
these
have to
3 things left. A light bulb, some fur.
Do you think that's a sheep? Could be a sheep.
Sheep.
Or a cloud.
Or a cloud? That's a good one.
And this could be the sun or something getting blinded or the light of...
Okay. A random idea for this one. Like, maybe Israel was being kind of bad, so they needed to be wiped They needed to be
true,
cleansed.
so that might
I don't
be
know.
number
That's a
1.
really random and kind of far
That's very
abstract
much
idea,
number 1.
but let's do that.
And did they have any ideas or something? Maybe a light bulb?
Ideas.
Wait, is there
Isaiah had a prophecy actually in number 7.
Okay, let's put
So
that
let's put
there
that in
then.
number
And
7.
then I guess this goes here.
And so I guess that one goes there.
All right, we've got 7 chapters here, mate. What are you thinking? What have we got here?
Now we've got like a baby,
We've got a baby,
some fluff, stick, light bulb, cloth, wings
some kind
and-
of branch, and a letter
to Hezekiah.
to Hezekiah. All right, any jump out at you straight away that we know, all right, this is this?
Not really.
Not really good.
Probably Hezekiah is, I reckon, one of the kings.
Yeah, okay.
You gotta help me out.
I'm waiting for inspiration. So this one is tricking me a little bit.
Is that like the stuff of Aaron?
There was
or?
a chapter early on where we spoke about a branch, and then there was a chapter later on where we spoke about a stump. So is this a branch or a stump?
Yeah, a branch. A branch.
All right. I reckon that was chapter 4. Are we happy to go with that one?
I guess.
All right.
Was-
Baby. Well, I remember the baby was a big one.
Was that?
Remember, there's like a line that says, "For to us a baby is born."
Yeah,
That
and
was
then
in
to us
there
the son
somewhere.
of given.
Yeah. What chapter?
Is that 7?
7?
7 or 9?
Yeah, 7 or 9.
I reckon. I thought it was. I reckon it's 9.
All right, let's lock it in. Baby goes there. He's going to go to sleep. He can't sit down. These I'm lost here. There's an angel. Do you reckon this is an angel?
Yeah, I reckon.
Where could that fit though?
Where could that fit? And also,
I don't know what this is supposed to be.
light bulb. Is there
One, two,
light of the world? Is there something in that?
Oh, okay.
I can't. Is there a light of the world in one of them? Is that?
Place it anywhere. The
I-
angel. There was a pretty scary. Well, at least Isaiah was scared of an angel somewhere.
Oh, yeah, wasn't that in chapter 1?
Might have been.
No, I don't know. Is it? Yeah, isn't when Isaiah was like saying, "Oh, I'm the one," and he was in heaven, but then like an angel came and put the coals on his lip.
The coals on his lips. Yeah, I reckon that was a bit later than chapter 1.
4. I don't know. Oh no, 6. I don't
Alright,
know.
let's go 6, just because you say so. We'll put that on number 6.
Um,
Then we've got wool, some kind of rag, a
A
letter to
letter.
Hezekiah, and a light bulb. What are we going to do there?
would the light be 1? Because like Isaiah's bringing light to, I don't know, the Israelites.
I like it. Sure, why not? That sounds like a good option.
Hezekiah, was he the last king? Like, was he 37 or 7. Or 11.
I reckon in 11, Ahaz was still the king.
So,
Okay.
alright.
And then we've got a few. What in the world could these be? I confession, I did the sermon for chapter 11, and I could not tell you how any of these things fit in there. So we're going to have to get creative and imaginative.
What was chapter 11 about?
Chapter 11 was about this future king that is going to come. He's made a promise for all his people to be included in a kingdom. The king's going to look different to what they expect. There's this future glory to look forward to for the people that belong to the king. The king makes a way for the people to be with him.
Does a king come down on a cloud? Does a king come down on the cloud? No.
I don't remember that. But maybe this is heaven. Clouds in heaven. Like you think of heaven, it's like clouds in the sky.
I guess.
Yeah, sure. And then that means that's 7. Done.
Sweet.
Well, here we are, ready for the score. Let me explain how I thought they might go down, and then we'll add up and find out who was the winner. So in chapter 1 of Isaiah, there's a really great verse that I love that says God is going to, although Israel's sin are red as scarlet, they're going to become white as wool or snow. In chapter 4, we have... Oh, that's right. Here we go. In chapter 4, God says he's going to wash away and cleanse sin. In chapter 6, we have that great scene where an angel comes, is sent from God to cleanse Isaiah of his sin. Although the angels there had 6 wings, I could only find 4, so that's chapter 6. Chapter 7, we have the birth of a child promised. That child, of course, is going to come from a virgin and be called Emmanuel. Chapter 9 is a pretty amazing chapter again, where it talks about those who are living in darkness are going to see a great light. That's the greatest light I could find at home. And in chapter 11, we're told a root or a shoot will come from Jesse's stump. That's right, Anna's already grabbed it. And then he says he will be a branch. And finally, a letter to Hezekiah, I think both groups got this right, is right there in chapter 37. So, score check. The girls got 3 from 7. Not your strongest performance, but well done. And the guys got 2 from 7. Not your strongest performance. However, I'm going to award bonus points to the boys, not just because I'm a boy, but because they matched 2 of them up in different chapters than I had thought, but they were actually true. So I'm going to award you guys half points for that. And so the score at the end of the day is 3 out of 7 and 3 out of 7. That's almost a pass mark.
Well, City Youth, that was a pretty great episode. Although I must say those bonus points shouldn't really count, and so the girls definitely leave the day as reigning champions.
Well, if you actually click rewind, then you sort of notice that the scores aren't quite correct.
Well, unfortunately, this is our last episode for the year, which I must stress that Brendan and Sam missed until we started trash talking Brendan too much. But luckily, we will be back next year at the start of term 1, so we hope to see you then.
But until then, let us live to know Jesus and make Jesus known. Amen.